ever. And probably the first draw that we've actually had.
And we almost had another draw. Almost.
Almost just had 2.
And soon we will know if we could have had 2 draws or not. I will not be able to sleep tonight, Nate, unless I find out if that barracks could have been in a sweet spot or not.
WCS. Hashtag it. All right, guys. We're loaded in to Alterzim Stronghold for Game 6. If you aren't hyped, I don't know what else will do the trick. In the bottom left position, we've got a blue Protoss player who knows barracks cannot hide from him. It is Pigbaby! And his opponent in the top right, still just 1 game away from a championship. In red, it is Red Bull's Bomber!
You know, as beautiful and as crazy as that last game was, the coolest thing about it all is just Bomber immediately suiciding on that Nexus, and the first thing he writes is like, "You got 400?" It's like he was aware of that all along, and you know, normally I would not expect my opponent not to have 400 resources when he evacuated like 12 probes or something. It was not like he only was mining of 1 worker and that was the only thing he had. But Bomber having the snap call there and almost still forcing that game to go into a tie.
What if Pigbaby just said yes? 400 minerals.
Then
it's happened to you on ladder. Don't deny it.
Yes, I've been that Protoss. I will not deny it.
And the guy turns out he has nothing.
He's like, "You got money for a Nexus?" Yeah, man. He's like, "Ah, GG." He watches the replay. "You liar!" Sorry, man. Got ladder points. That's all that matters.
Doesn't matter. Got ladder points. So this game, Bomber is really committed to this fast factory play. I'm a huge fan of this. You know I like to open up with factories, Roddy. Usually not quite as economic as Bomber, but it's certainly a very versatile opener.
But this is the quickest factory build that one could wish for. Factory going down at 3:05. They really don't come much quicker than that. Now we've seen Bomber do this against Alicia. Now what happened was Alicia sent out in the probe scout. He saw this opening. The probe left the base. Bomber is like, not in my factory, let me just follow this up with a double command center, which is so weird, so unusual. And I really think it had a lot to do with the fact that Alicia scouted it. If Pigbaby does not probe scout or just does not scout this in general, will Bomber actually go for some crazy Hellion build once more? Or is it going to be Widow Mines, or what is it going to be, Nate?
The world is his oyster, Roddy. He's got a very fast factory with even just 1 Marine. So we could see another quick Hellion play as well.
I love the tweet there as well from CSC Cass, I believe it was, saying that, I love StarCraft, I can't stop smiling. Well, it's the same for us, and I think it's the same for most of the people here in the studio. Everyone's just having a jolly good time.
Yeah!
Everyone's smiling, it's happiness all around. This is the beautiful game that we decided to play.
This has definitely been
this
a finals to remember
Audience.
So far. Yeah, well, there's that. There's that.
I love those too. Only 33% of our audience loves those, but
Centuries, Immortals.
all the beautiful things in life, Nate. That's what Protoss dreams are made of.
This probe actually runs by the Hellions, and I like that he doesn't use the Hellions to kill the probe, even though he sees the factory. He wants to get them across the map as fast as possible. And Pigbaby is going to open once again with a Stargate.
I think I know what's going on over here, because if Pigbaby wins this game will go into Game 7, the rubber match, and that's when, in Game 7, he's going to open up with 7 observers. This is all part of his big plan.
And you know what? The scouting pattern, there's a triangle in the center of the map, so Illuminati confirmed as well. We can throw that one in there.
2 Hellions running into the main base. Last time Bomber got 4 probes, which I think was okay. Pigbaby said, not this time. Let me just use Photon Overcharge for your 2 Hellions. And that's going to make his life a little easier. Bomber might still get another probe over here, but shouldn't get much more than that.
Yeah, just a probe. A probe is nice too, when you can get scouting information in situations like this.
Did Alien see the Stargate? Sorry, I was daydreaming. Where is the Stargate anyway? Oh no, it's in the corner of the base. He did not see it.
Yeah. This is the map we were talking about when we talked about carriers earlier too, but this is an awesome tweet. Mike Morheim, awesome. 1 game away from winning. Looks like head honcho Blizzard. He supports the Terran players out there.
Mike loves some StarCraft. He's when he sits in the audience, he's one of the people that claps the loudest. I can guarantee you that. So it's awesome that Mike is watching as well, and it's awesome that he's been enjoying the show. But I think everyone has been enjoying ourselves, and certainly we have been as well. Either way, the Oracle is making his way across the map, a very important moment in this phase in the game, especially if you take a look at the unit count. Right now, Bomber has 8 Marines to work with. However, you're going to have to split up those Marines, Nate, and 4 Marines in general is not enough to deal with an Oracle, and most of the Marines are out of position, especially this natural, like Flo is showing us, is very, very exposed right now.
Yeah, he's got the Widow Mine tucked in there under those SCVs, though. So this Oracle maybe pick off a few workers in between the Made and Natural as these Marines step forward. And there are enough Marines to fight this Oracle off, but with the amount of airspace there is, this Oracle can just chill for a while.
Man, that Widow Mine is so well hidden that even I couldn't find it.
This is what Terran dreams are made of. When you fly over because you can't see it.
No,
This Oracle will come in.
Nightmares, we call those things, Nate. Stop being so biased.
Templar Archives on the way with the robotics facility.
Oh, and 3 Nexus as well with the 8-minute mark. Pigbaby going all out on this one. 3 Nexus, a Stargate, a Templar Archives, and a robotics facility. Now this is Protoss.
This is a real choose-your-own-adventure game.
Yeah.
He hasn't committed himself to any level of tech, as weird as it sounds. He could go Colossus. He could go Templar. The world is his oyster.
This is like he spinned the Wheel of Fortune, but it just kept on spinning.
It got
so he's
stuck
like,
in between the
two.
two.
He's like, I guess I'll do it all.
There's Storm on the way.
And of course, Pigbaby will have time because he saw with his orbital command, all right, you're opening up with 3 command centers. That means that I have a little bit more time. But this also means that Bomber will have a ridiculous amount of bio units to work with between 11 minutes and 45 seconds and the 13-minute mark, and nothing but bio units from that point on. And I think this is going to be a classic TVP where Terran is just going to throw everything that they have at the Protoss, and the Protoss is either going to break or they survive. And if they survive, well, they'll be in a fantastic position.
Yeah, things can get a little bit crazy in this stage of the game as War Prism's going to come into play to help with the Storm. There's already been 1 Templar banking up some energy and 5 gates being added. Pigbaby, he's getting ready to put on some pressure.
This is really interesting. I don't think it's necessary pressure. I think it just needs the infrastructure. The Oracle is actually exposed. Bomber. Wow, Bomber made a small mistake there, as he could have actually move commanded below the Oracle, and then it would have been a guaranteed kill. But he shot from it from distance, so he kind of pushed the Oracle out of the way. Of course, Pigbaby's enjoying a nice economic lead now. But you know, Nate, what's really interesting is that Pigbaby is playing this in a very traditional, old-school way. No Colossus, opening up Charge and Storm. The main reason why a lot of Protoss players don't do this anymore is because Widow Mines are so scary. Then again, Alterzim Stronghold, cross-map. Are Widow Mines really a viable option for Bomber? Probably not.
It's crazy because
Storm drop? Storm drop?
Oh, his Templar's going to come in, and there's the Storm on these SCVs. Not too shabby. 6 worker kills, but he wants to still get that Templar out of there. War Prism swings around. He's like, yeah, I know the car's on fire. Just get in. We're good. We're good.
I was like, I prefer to be here alone, even though I can't fight. It's like, no, man, hop in.
It's all good. Now the Observer, the Heralded King, makes his way across the map. Oh, he's turning around. Okay.
This is really cool. He's making Immortals as well. This is something that I think it was Sun once did in the final against Stasia of an Aces. He kept going for like Storm, Immortal, Charge Flood. It's really strong against Terran. It's kind of awkward because it's really hard to trap units, but you just have so much HP and so much burst damage that it's really hard for the Terran army to actually get close. Obviously, Marines are very good against Immortals, but Marines are not very good in dealing with Storms. So this is really interesting, and it will all come down to micro. I think if Bomber knew what we knew, he would still throw in a bunch of Widow Mines in the mix. But Bomber has been having a very Bomber-like approach to this matchup, and he has it scouted since the first 2 Hellions. Has no idea what's going on. For all he knows, he's playing against carriers again.
I think he knows there's Storm on the map, though. There's at least that.
He saw that.
I am surprised in that regard not to see even a Ghost Academy built. He's going to rely on splitting and other things.
Yeah, he has 4 Widow Mines already. He went back to producing Widow Mines, so there are 2 more on the way. So Bomber is like, yeah, this is cross-position Alterzim, doesn't matter. Widow Mines are still going to be good. And Bomber was actually one of the Terran players that I think in general inspired Blizzard to change the Widow Mine, because Bomber was one of the very first to use the Widow Mine before it got buffed against Protoss. And then Terran and then Blizzard was watching and they're like, hey, that's actually really fun. This makes games exciting. Maybe we should do this. And obviously a lot of Protoss players were really sad. But Bomber has a lot of experience with this. This is everything or nothing. 109 army supply for Bomber against 86. He has Widow Mines. He has the setup that he likes and wants. And he's going to fight with sort of even upgrades or even a small upgrade advantage. But there is Storm.
And those Widow Mines are helping to just chunk out these Zealots every passing
my.
moment. And this army supply is just getting higher and higher for Bomber. He has a crazy amount of units on the field, but this Warp Prism still alive, ready to drop in another storm, another wave of Zealots into Bomber's third base.
The Colossus transition is on the way. No, Immortals, what are you doing? These Immortals, no, no. Oh my god, no, go back, you're not that strong. Oh my god.
You can't do this on your own. Go home.
Now, if you have that guy on your side, you have to feel confident going into battle. There are war stories about that Immortal, man. He scared away 119 Terran army supply. That's crazy. But, you know, the good thing for Pigbaby is he's getting closer and closer to the Colossus, but this is the scariest moment. Again! He's pushing the army back. There are storms. It's hard for Bomber to engage, and Bomber is losing a lot on the other side of the map because of the Warp Prism. Bomber really has to make this happen real soon, Nate, because as soon as there are Colossus and High Templars, it's going to be really hard, especially being in an economic deficit.
Yeah, there's a lot of Zealots moving in. No more storms with this army. The Oracle's going to step forward to help reveal these Widow Mines, but still, being able to keep these Widow Mines alive is quite nice. Mothership Core steps a little close. Time Warp slows things. Oh, he's bringing a lot of those Zealots out of his base.
Yeah, they're all over the map. There are only 24 SCVs remaining for Bomber. Bomber SCVs are going out of the way as well. This is a super all-in right now. Will Bomber be able to win WCS America, or will it go to Game 7? Perhaps the Game 7 we deserve after this final.
Yeah, he's moving forward. There's still a lot of Immortals to help against these Marauders. The one Colossus without range, very close to this army, but it seems to be enough from Pigbaby to stop him. GG, we're going